Former Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison criticised secret ministries. The nation's parliament censured former Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison for granting himself hidden powers while in office. The historic move comes in response to a stinging assessment that said his actions corroded faith in government. It's the first time the House of Representatives has convicted a former Prime Minister. Mr. Morrison has defended his appointment to multiple ministries, labeling the criticism from opponents as retribution. In the 2 years before his loss of power in May, it was revealed that Mr. Morrison had served as a joint minister for Health, Finance, Treasury, Home Affairs, and Resources. Most ministers were unaware that Mr. Morrison shared their responsibilities, and he received harsh criticism, even from close friends and colleagues. The choices were taken during the exceptional times of the epidemic, according to Mr. Morrison, a former cabinet minister who is now a backbench MP. An examination revealed that his appointments were legitimate and that he had only ever used his additional authority to defy a minister in a situation unconnected to the epidemic. However, the court found that Mr. Morrison fundamentally undercut responsible governance. According to a different investigation, most of his visits had little to no link to the epidemic. The Albanian administration has already committed to passing new legislation requiring future public disclosure of any such appointments. But Mr. Albanese said the legislature was also responsible for denouncing his predecessor's conduct. He claimed Wednesday that they placed Australia on a slippery slope away from precious democracy. The public did not know what it had a right to know, which damaged the functioning of this parliament and our democratic institutions. Mr. Morrison told Parliament that, in retrospect, he thought his judgments were unnecessary and that he had given them insufficient attention. In such conditions, none of us can pretend to be perfect, and I certainly do not, he remarked.